never see Warsaw again. Late in November, the Soviet High Command approved plans for the Red Army's winter offensive, ranging from the Vistula to the Oder, and encompassing the liberation of the rest of Poland. January 12, 1945. The opening of the offensive that would carry the Red Army to the gates of Berlin. Marshal Zhukov commanded the 1st Belarusian Front, and Marshal Konyev the 1st Ukrainian Front. Between them, they mustered 2 million soldiers, 32,000 guns and mortars, 6,500 tanks, and 5,000 aircraft. A clear superiority over the Nazi forces opposing them. They ripped through the main line of the German defenses the first day. Within a week, Warsaw was encircled. There was nothing left of the Warsaw they had known. Nothing. It was unlike any other city the Red Army had liberated. There were no people at all to greet them. Not a single one. The Poles had returned to silence. Was finally over, the Poles rebuilt their city brick by brick. Some of it exactly the way it had been before. after the liberation, the people began to return. Slowly at first. And then in numbers, crossing the frozen Vistula on foot because the bridges had been destroyed. Gradually, spirits began to rise, and essential services were restored. The ruins were probed for booby traps and unexploded bombs. Warsaw was still a dangerous place.
The unknown war will continue in a moment. Guinea now returns with the liberation of Warsaw and Poland.
By now, Zhukov's first Belarusian front was advancing 15 miles a day, but Nazi resistance was as stubborn as ever. The Nazi garrison of Poznan totaled 60,000, 3 times what the Soviets had expected. It took days for General Chuikov's 8th Guards Army, the veterans of Stalingrad, to subdue it. February 23rd, the Nazis raised the white flag of surrender, and the Polish flag surmounted it. By the time Poznan was back in Polish hands, the Soviet grand offensive had rolled closer to the Oder and the heart of Germany. In the celebration at Poznan, there was not only relief, but a sense of expectation. The 1,000-year Reich was nearing its end. South of Zhukov's armies, the First Ukrainian Front was heading for Krakow.